Hey everybody, welcome back. So today, January 1st, 2024, start of a new year. We got good news, we got bad news. And we're going to talk about those things today on Intrepid Exotics. Whether you're a lifelong keeper or just getting started, help us encourage responsible keeping, conservation, and public education in the interest of keeping our reptiles safe and healthy as we protect them for future generations. You're invited to spend time with us as we experience these awesome animals together on Intrepid Exotics. So typically at the beginning of the year, this is a really good time to reflect on all the work that we've done the previous year and see what success we've reaped from the effort that we've put in, and to see what situations are currently with us so that we know what kind of work we've got to put in the coming months as we start this new year and we get into new things. I'm going to start with the bad news. Had a couple things come up here over the last couple weeks, couple months. The first of which we've talked about some, and those are the USARK alerts. We got to make sure we're keeping up with USARK. The link to their website's down in the description. Get on there, read them all out for yourself. But we've got new regulation and ban proposals in Louisiana, and there's also another ban coming up in Florida regarding iguanas, where they want to blanket ban every iguana species. So these are both things that we're going to talk more in detail about. Planning on talking with Jeremy from USARK here real soon and probably putting something out with him so that we can go into more detail on those things and talk about what we're doing about it. The second thing that we need to talk about is, I know a lot of you guys are familiar with this and you've been keeping up, but our friend Brian Barczyk isn't doing too well. He's had a pretty rough couple days, and he's really fighting right now. So we really need everybody to be thinking about him, sending positive thoughts, and also try to remember, this is a tough time for him personally and for his family. So try to afford them as much privacy as you can. Brian will always come out and talk with folks whenever he feels up to it. He really likes keeping everybody in the loop with what's going on. So, let's be thinking about him. Let's be sending as much positivity as we can. But still, give him space to breathe, guys. I know he appreciates all the thoughts. And he's, like I said, he's fighting. So give him a little space to do it. When he's willing, ready, and able, he'll come out and give everybody, the thumbs up on what's going on. So, now to the really good news. We've got, for those of you guys that have been following Bob, our Sri Lankan python, we got him 5 months ago. And over the course of that 5 months, starting from day one when we got him, we started the Sri Lankan series, and we started with the handling sessions. Every few days, we'd handle him, we'd record it, and we could see the progress that we made in just 10 handling sessions with him, taking him from just absolutely being terrified and losing his mind at first, all the way to being able to take him out fairly calmly and get him interacting, get his mind working, and get him pretty comfortable with being handled. Only problem is, in that 5 months, I could never get him to take a meal on his own. Every single time, no matter what technique I tried, he would always, as soon as he's seen it, it was defensive strikes. And some of you guys have seen this with animals, with their snakes before. You offer that prey item, and they just strike it and strike it and strike it. And it's not a food response strike. They're attacking it because they're afraid of it. And, Bob was so uncomfortable in his enclosure for so long. I could not get him to eat. I tried chicks, mice, rats, rabbits, everything that I could think of, all appropriately sized. I tried a couple different sizes and things like that. Nothing was working. I'd offer with tongs. He'd refuse. I'd drop feed him. He wouldn't touch it for 6-12 hours. Eventually just have to throw the prey item away. Well, today was feeding day for my smaller snakes. And again, we tried feeding him. Today he hit it. So today, it took us 5 months. I've had to assist feed him twice in that 5 months. And I guess he's determined that he doesn't want to do that again. So he took 2 meals today. Took 2 large mice. And, you know, I want to get him on a little bit bigger meals once he gets feeding a little bit more regularly on his own. But yeah, he nailed them today. So he took one really quickly. The other one messed with it for a little bit, took it. There's no hesitation, and I thought he was going to, because 2 days ago when I went up to the enclosure, I did have him in this big enclosure right here that he could climb around on, had all kinds of space and everything. You know, nice naturalistic enclosure for him. I thought the extra space might, you know, he had hides in there and all that stuff too, but I thought the extra space and temperature gradients may make him more comfortable. Absolutely didn't work. As soon as I put him back in the 4-foot enclosure over here, put a couple hides in there. He's got some good moist moss in there for humidity, big water bowl to soak in. 2 days ago I went in and I seen that food response. The first time I'd ever seen it in him. Because, you know, you can tell working with snakes long enough, there's a certain thing that they do when it's hard to explain in words, and I don't have a video of it, unfortunately. But you can kind of tell when they're on point looking for food. And I noticed it a couple of days ago, so I thought he might take. And today when I offered it to him, he took. Big success. I kind of wanted to mention that because I know there's a lot of people out there that have got difficulties getting their snakes to eat. They're trying everything and nothing seems to work. So anyway, when I got him, the person I got him from said that he was slamming food left, right, and center every week. He was eating really solid, but he had come from a tub, which is a lot more secluded, a lot less, you know, feels a lot less exposed in there. So I'm sure that had a lot to do with it. But, you know, I didn't have to resort to throwing live rodents in there with him or nothing like that, because it wasn't the prey item that was the problem. It was his sense of security with his environment. And it takes longer with some than it does with others, but we finally got him on point and eating on his own now. So I'm really happy about that, because I really don't like force feeding. I'll do it as necessary. Like I said, I force fed him twice in 5 months, and that was enough to sustain him. They were pretty good sized meals, but it's not something I enjoy doing. But like I said, now he's eating on his own. It's going to be a good thing. So anyway, guys, just a couple things I wanted to hit on there. At the beginning of the year, I was excited of the fact that we got him eating on his own now, so I wanted to make a video about it. You guys don't forget, man, subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. We've got the Patreon out there as well. I'm really looking forward to 2024. It's got a lot of potential. There's a lot of things, a lot of really good things that could be happening, and I'm really looking forward to. So you guys won't want to miss any of it. Like I said, get subscribed to the channel, get notified when new stuff comes out. And I think my next video that I'm working on right now, might be the next one that I put out, is going to be on the endangered species that went extinct during 2023. Some stuff that we need to talk about there as well. Maybe give you guys some good food for research as we're talking about things like endangered species and invasive species and things like that. So, like I said, guys, we're really looking forward to the next year. Really looking forward to hanging out, meeting more of you guys and all of this. So you guys have an outstanding day. And I'm going to go ahead and put the Sri Lankan series right up here so you can see that playlist and check that out if you haven't. And we will see you next time on Intrepid Exotics.